So today I'm going to be showing you how I made my prom dress. Hey! I decided to make my own prom dress because I'm a broke-ass high school student, so I figured, why not? So here's a little design of the idea I have in mind. So first you're going to be needing some pins. Pins are self-explanatory for a sewing project. Then you're going to need a measuring tape to take your measurements for the pattern later. Scissors are always important. And optional is a rotary cutter. It'll help you in cutting your fabrics. Then other notions are a seam ripper, marking utensil, and some thread. As for patterns, I will be showing you later in this video how I made mine. As you can see, it's a 3-part pattern for my top. So fabrics, my favorite part. I bought a lining fabric. I think it's polyester with a shiny tint to it. Then I got some chiffon. You know, chiffon is always used on dresses. It's lightweight and it goes over the lining fabric. And then I got fabric for the top part of my dress. And as you can see, it's lace and then it has some beading on it, so it adds more to the dress. Definitely measurements are key when making a pattern piece. And you're going to want to see what works for you so you can design, sketch things out, and it'll come together. As you can see, I made my patterns a different way. So first, I put my circle skirt pattern on the folded edge of my lining fabric. Then I folded it over and I cut to my desired skirt length. And as you can see, here's how it came out. So then you're going to want to cut out your chiffon. I will have a blog post explaining how I cut it out and the measurements for that. And then you're going to want to mark at least a 1/2 inch away from the edge of the chiffon. Make 2 lines for the basting stitches. And then you want to sew all the way down. It's going to take a while. Then you are going to gather your fabric to your waist length. Take 2 threads and pull and pull and pull. Here's how it came out after I gathered. It's very nice. Love the way it turned out. Now cut your patterns out. And be careful if you bought fabric that has beading on it. I learned the hard way. It was so difficult. And here are some close-ups of the fabrics I have cut. So I have attached all the pieces I have cut out onto my dress form and it looked pretty good. And I would suggest buying a dress form, especially if you really want to design for yourself. This one is exactly my measurements, so I didn't really need to take much. Now you're going to want to attach your chiffon onto the lining, make sure it's the same waist length, and tie the ends of your gather as well. Now you're going to want to sew it together. You can use a straight stitch and then a zigzag stitch. Just make sure it goes together and it will stay on. And here's how it looks after. I also cut out some chiffon to act as my top's lining. You know, laces see through. Self-explanatory. Gonna want a lining there. Then you're gonna pin around, then sew. Now darts. You're gonna want to add some darts near the bust area or other places. And darts will definitely help your top be more form-fitting, and I will explain in a blog post how I did that. Then I attached my back pieces, and if it doesn't fit well, then you can always adjust and cut. And then the shoulder pieces as well. And then more close-ups of how I pinned my darts. So now I'm gonna show you how my back and shoulder pieces look. I was getting super excited at this point because I was halfway done with this dress and it came out pretty well. It was already looking good. Now the waistband, you want to cut a piece from the chiffon and the lining. Again, I will have a blog post explaining the types of measurements you're going to need for this. And then you want to fold over once and sew the top edge. Then you're going to want to use the safety pin method to flip your waistband inside out. You're going to want the chiffon side to show. Now you're going to want to attach your top part to the skirts. And then, make last minute adjustments if you need to. Next, attach the waistband by hand sewing it on. Make sure it's tight and it won't fall off or have any loose ends. Next, attach your invisible zipper. And also put some hook and eyes on the back shoulder pieces so you can connect them together. These are going to take a while, but be patient. And then here's a little close-up of the invisible zipper. And here's the final product from a week's worth of work. Definitely my favorite piece I've ever put together. Didn't even know I can make something like this. As you can see, I also added a little lace detailing under the waistband. It looked kind of boring without it, so I figured why not. And here's a side view. Looks really nice from the side as well. And then the back, probably one of my favorite parts of this dress. I cut around the lace edges as well. Looks cleaner. And there's also hook and eyes on the waistband. Makes it tighter when I wear it. And yeah, can't believe I pulled this off. My prom date, JT, took these pictures of me on prom night. He's also a photographer, so he really captured the details of my dress very well. I hope I inspired some of you guys to make your own dress for any formal event, not just prom. And if you have any comments, questions, concerns, or even constructive criticism of my dress, please let me know. I'm open to anything and everything. You will find additional things about this dress on my blog, atlofisabel.blogspot.com. So yeah, thanks for watching and peace out.